Nope.
But I'm sure you're going to have plenty of insight.
I know he likes it.
I love it.
Yeah?
It's the best map in the pool.
Oh.
By far.
Oh,
Sell it to me then.
Yeah, over the course of this map.
This is the best map in the pool.
It is because there's so much map control and I'm a map control freak. And that's why. Maybe I understand why other people don't like it, but it's just everything I like and more. So it makes sense for me, but...
It is a nightmare to play in your pugs, that's for sure. But that is a very different world. And we get a bit of an all-in here, as all 5 members are heading towards that B bomb site for Vitality. And Madden, he's going to get a cruel... What? Well, never mind. He's actually got 2 and have gotten away, and Snappy comes driving by for another. They've completely rumbled this Vitality pistol, and the headshots keep coming. Madden, he was alone on the B bomb site, and he leaves with 3, make it 4. Ooh. Stunning headshots from the Montenegrin.
All right, Hooksy, I found it. I Googled it. That's how much money I've spent.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at mine.
I worked out how to get there. So that's how much money I've spent on Steam.
Boom.
That was the level of conversation we were having, guys, in between the break. How much money have we spent on Steam? Turns out a lot. More than you should. No, actually, spend what you can. Spend what you're happy with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just like Vitality, who have spent what they're happy with. 5 P250s.
I haven't seen a 5 P250 buy in years, Chad.
Since about 2013.
Yeah.
14, maybe.
Since Sponge was threat for Titan, yeah?
Keep saying it. Every time you say that, Maniac just winces. He just, his body just tightens up.
Yeah. Every morning they look at each other and it's like, who's going to talk about it first?
Most of the days we don't talk about it at all. It's usually other people bringing it up.
I'm sorry.
It's got to that point now where you don't have to mention it.
Yeah, exactly. It's past that level. He doesn't even have to bring it up anymore.
Well, we're both coming back for CS2.
Man, I'd love to see that rematch. Get all the boys back.
Well, I saw Maniac make a tweet the other day. Someone asked the question because he said he's bringing Titan back, and he was like, "Oh, to lose to Sponge again." He was like, "No, we're teaming up." So,
oh damn, not bad.
Well, I learned that it was Smiths that actually threw the first jump throw window smoke. Thanks to Mahone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice video from Mahone. He does some great content.
Really great content. Shout out to him. Worth checking if you haven't seen it already.
All the nerds on YouTube. Nardout, Mahone. There's a bunch of others. Yeah. I love them all.
Saves you a lot of time, doesn't it?
It saves me time, but it's also just, I don't know. It's so good for everyone. Like also like casual players to know like different nades that you use to take map control and stuff like this. So you can expect a bit more from your teammates in pucks.
That's true. I noticed when you like when I play Face It now, most of the players have a very good grasp of not only what they need to do to find the kills, but how to manufacture those kills, how to block map control, understanding the basics of like a default, right? It does get a little bit difficult with the language barrier. That tends to be my only gripe. Other than that, though, I think the caliber of Counter-Strike player at the moment across the board is quite high. Just to note, SunPayus got so many kills with the MP9. He could have upgraded into an AWP, but has opted to start here with an M4.
Yeah. Oh, this is always tough because on one hand you want the AWP, right? But on the other hand, even with an AWP here, instead of like one of the SMGs, you're still kind of in a disadvantage, right? So are you willing to gamble that and put everything on table, or are you just taking like the plain bonus round and then you still have a like decent buy next to it also?
But in a bonus round, you'd expect a bit more variance in the play here, right? So of course they've taken sewer control. We can see that Snappy's position, but they haven't really like comboed up these SMGs. They're not doing an aggressive push for information. Are they just hoping they can win out fights head to head?
I think they just like on Overpass, as I said, like there's so much map control and usually it's like slow rounds. So just getting this sewers control is basically the best you can do besides gambling, and that's unlucky.
That was a gamble, right? From Snappy, he took a risk that nobody would come through the door.
Yeah.
That's a big frag back. That's an AK and
MP7.
From an MP7.
Hooksy's buying that in his next game, I guarantee you that.
I had my period after I saw Chris J doing it back in the day.
Simple still buys it all the time. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
And this could hinge on Spinks because he's alone now. A beautiful combination of frags from ENCE has put them into a bit of a scary 1v3. Not anymore.
Damn.
But already now it's scary, right?
What? Because you just won the bonus.
You won the bonus round. Look at their money. It is out of control already. And they have another round now to build up on that. So you can look at, after buying, you can look at like between 6 and 10k for the ENCE players if they get this clean.
Would it be like crazy to have a couple of SMGs when you've... Oh, they have.
Yeah, Snappy just opted in with one. I was just looking through the chain of buying right there. So SunPayus got the M4. Snappy's bought into an MP9. I think Snappy's going to be aggressive here and try and farm up, right? There is some upgrades to worry about. There's head armor on 2 players, Kevlar on another 2, and some upgraded pistols for everybody.
If I'm SunPayus this round, I would have had the AWP though. Because I think it's not bad to have against pistols on a map like this, where there's so many long distance duels.
Yeah, okay.
That SMG didn't get very far.
Nope.
At least he didn't give him an M4.
The bright side, the silver lining of every cloud.
Going to be an interesting duo. Like, I think Nerds is a rifler to play the A bathrooms position. He can be quite autonomous. Like, I watch him in a lot of positions, like ancient middle, being aggressive, and I'm sure Hooksy knows all about that. You know, he can be a nuisance though, right? He was doing this on Endpoint as well. When we were watching him, he was aggressive mid on ancient and stuff. He's a plucky rifler. He's good for 2. One of those safe pair of hands we talk about.
Yeah. Well, they said that he's in like a aggressive lurk, but not really a lurk, in the sense that he can take some initiative when he sees fit. And so far, so good. Nade from SunPayus looks destined for glory, and more of that. A spray down, Apex, a team kill, and this one ends sour
with 4 alive.
Vitality.
As I said, look at the money now. SunPayus 12k.
We're 4 rounds in.
Surely now he gets the AWP. There we go. He bought himself the AWP. He treated himself. All right, we're 4-0 up. I'll get out the big green. Why not? If ENCE win this, it's going to go all the way. But this is the question. Let's ask it right now. You at home in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, your chat of your choice. And Hooksy, you're obviously involved in this. Will ENCE win Overpass?
I'm going to open up the chat and see what people are saying.
And say no.
Okay.
Because I've seen what Vitality can do on their CT side. And they don't need a lot of rounds on T.
All right. So we'll set them a bar of, what, about 3 or 4?
I think if Vitality gets 4 rounds, they got it in the bag.
Okay, 4 rounds and it's in the bag.
Yeah.
All right. Nerds is dead. And so is Vitality's hopes. What? Both go down to the spray. And he still lives on, fights on.
But this is what he does, right? I was about to say it before when we talked about him. One thing is, like, he's an aggressive rifler, but he has the aim to bail himself out of bad situations a lot. And this is a good example of it, right? It was a good and common off angle, at least, like, when I played the map. And, yeah, but it didn't look like 2 kills, right? So
there's a big gap here, right, Hooksy?
Where's no one? What?
No, it's not. The gap's gone.
He knows. He's aware. Lots of communication here in the studio. Shadow spotted. SunPayus just watching that jiggle. And still has the cover. It's dycha that facilitates, and a clean close. Ladies and gentlemen.
Alive again.
Like, how many kills have Vitality got total here? Don't forget there was a team kill.
Yeah, the -1 on Apex is looking real gritty right now. Well, 4, Alex.
4 kills total and 5 rounds.
Should we do the maths?
I don't want to.
That's less than a kill per round. Unless you include the TK.
Yeah, but do you actually include that as a kill, or
no,
do
well,
you,
it depends.
Take it away?
There's some semantics out there, Hooksy.
It's 3 or 5. I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you've done here. I see what you've done here. Well, either way, it's not enough to win a round.
That's true.
Maths. Magic looks like he's a bit mad.
But they really buy the AK, the hero AK here. Like, that feels like to win a round, right? Because, like, even buying an AK here, what would that do, like, to the damage?
Yeah, right? There's so much money. You're not whittling them down. You're not keeping it close.
Statistically, your percentage, your chance of winning a round where you have 1 hero AK as opposed to just pistols, it goes up by something like 20-25%.
Yeah, that's like, of course, if that's what the goal is to win the round, then it makes sense. But I just feel like most of the time people buy it to make
to punish
create
economy.
damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That was not a lot of damage.
Well, I suspect in the next round of play, the Wu will have his AWP. So we'll see a completely different round from Vitality coming into play. But they do have to put a leash on Nerds. He can't just be upper bathrooms, in Connector, wherever he wants. They have to be able to contain him.
Will he, though? Because first of all, Wu doesn't play a lot of AWP on the T side.
Okay.
And second of all, he has 2200 right now without a bomb plant. That's not a lot of money for an AWP.
And they're in. Nice little blind spots. And the flashes were good. The frag is not. Didn't clear their corners. And it's only 1.
That's no bomb plant.
No bomb plant.
But he got
a kill.
He got a kill. So he got 5.9.
He can have it.
But not a lot of util.
Nope. But I really don't. I don't
Here
know.
we go. Strap in. It's time for Zonic to do some speed rap.
I'm looking. All right, we have him here too. So let me look at Saw then. What's Saw doing? He's pacing. Saw's got a bit of a pace back and forth to him. Right now he's between Madden and Snappy.
But what do you say if you're Saw besides good job?
He is not saying anything. Oh, he said something. Three words.
If you win this map, I'll buy you some steaks.
Oh, yeah?
That's what he probably said.
Oh, he said this one, it's going to be on Natu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you win the next map, I'll make it Wagyu.
Ooh, okay.
See, that's how I'd coach. Just incentives.
Zaru hasn't bought yet, Hooksy. Oh.
There it is.
He wins.
He bought an AK. Come on, Zywoo, man.
And Magisk is stuck on a Galil.
And Apex is stuck on -1. Poor guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, every time you press scoreboard and your score starts with a negative, an actual minus on the scoreboard, no one has
But it's an interesting way to...
oh, nuts. He's doing it. And SunPayus is facilitating it.
But you see
They
what he did
don't know.
there? Now he cannot be James Bond, 007.
Uh-huh.
That's a smart way to get around it, you know?
Ah. Calculated. And so is the headshot. Look at
the
this,
nuts
though.
is about to
Look
find
at
the ball.
this. And that's a product of SunPayus coming with him.
You know
No
what I
one
don't
saw it.
understand about this round either? And I know it's turning into a mid-round 3v3. Vitality double extinguished.
Where?
They
on the way out.
They extinguished T-Stairs and they extinguished Playground.
Interesting.
That's like 2 smokes gone within the first 15 seconds of the round.
Yeah, I hope did Magisk use his smoke on B as well? Because then... Or whoever's B. I guess that's Spinks. Because if he did that as well, that's 3 smokes gone for nothing. Or like,
Yeah.
of course it's not for nothing.
Well,
but
you're a map control geek, right? You can't do much when you've got zero smoke.
That's tough. That's definitely tough. And usually the underground guy uses a smoke as well because people blow up the door. At least that was back in my day.
Which was about a year ago when he was playing in
Not
Copenhagen
even a
Flames.
year ago. Actually, the play they did in underground with the orb peeking and then having a rifle with him and then pushing is something that Roy and Nikolas love to do. So, yeah, maybe if you watch the Fnatic game, you will see it. Who knows?
Ooh, SunPayus, 3rd time's the charm. Takes down Dupree, extends their advantage. Now with 20 seconds, they do want that plant, but there is Snappy on a fading short smoke and a quick tap. Zywoo is doing Zywoo things.
Oh,
He doesn't need the AWP to make it work. He's got cover from Spinks, a safe plant from short side, and now this post plant gets very interesting. They have a smoke, they have a kit, but they have to get through Zywoo and Spinks.
This is the first round.
Oh wait, he's walking up.
For sure.
Zywoo, is he going to consider this?
Snappy's behind him.
Oh, he's so ready. He's so quick, and it's up to Madden for the close. Where does he think he might be? Spinks, looking at the plant side. You might have a good idea. Yeah, gets the info alive, kick in, gonna get swung on. Spinks is spotted, time is sensitive. Madden goes for the Hail Mary. He had a shot.
Where was
Had a
Spinks
very
going,
good
though?
shot.
I got scared for a second.
Oh, well, Spinks could see the defuse from there, right?
Yeah, easily.
So,
easily.
yeah, taking a little bit wide, trying to close down the distance there, but Vitality will get there first. Now, they need, I guess, 2 more of those consecutive, and that's without taking into consideration the saves that are probably going to start to trump up for ENCE if they lose these rounds. But this all worked out in the end, and with some Zywoo impact, a great shot right here onto SunPayus up in the heavens. Bang! See you later.
What do you think the odds is of Zywoo winning that duel? If he did it like 100 times. I feel like he would still win it like 70 times or something.
Because it's Zywoo. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It must be
nice. Fun.
Yeah. Imagine just to live in their shoes just for one day, like a Zywoo or a Nico or a Simple. And everything just hits.
Ooh, that hits.
That must also be fun.
Yeah, guys, I've given us the advantage.
That was what Na'Vi were doing a lot the other day, right? They were doing electronic, and I made a video of it, I put it on Twitter, but they were like lining up nades at the grate here, and they were punishing next. They were just like lobbing these nades through that were landing right here when he was on the jiggle with the smoke, right? And they bopped him like twice.
And then you spray after it as well, and
Exactly.
you just have no time to respond.
There's like small things like that.
I like that angle. Very effective for the first, but not much of options for retreat. Some damage back, but seems like Vitality might be finding this second consecutive.
Save. It's not worth it.
They're halfway there now. I wanted 4 rounds, now they surely have 2. So, let's see.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Me, I listen to everything.
Yeah?
Literally everything. I listen to rap, rock, drum and bass.
What gets you in like a fragging mood? What are you listening to before like a semi-final on the main stage?
Whatever Edward is putting on when we are in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he decides the music, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Sports psychologist.
Okay.
Don't call him that.
No, he doesn't.
He has like a special title that I.
It's holistic
still this
health
day.
coach.
What is it? It's something with like mind, body,
esports,
medicine practitioner. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds
you
correct.
Did well. You did very well.
Yeah. I've thought about it a million times nowadays.
Yeah, on his Twitter, he says, pro esports mind body medicine practitioner.
You did so well.
There you
and
go.
you said you can only remember smoke, Suxi.
But
You're proving yourself wrong.
This was the 10th time or something I had to remember it, so at some point it had to work.
He's got 15k followers on Twitter. Edward's starting to get a bit of clout, mate.
Yeah.
Look at that cover picture, though. Cover build. That was
your
Danish.
boys.
Nice.
Yeah, you cannot believe.
I actually could. It looks like we lost.
Yeah, there's disbelief on everyone's face right here.
It's real.
And joy.
Yeah.
And then the pyro goes off and the confetti starts to fall and then reality starts to set in. Like, oh my God, we did it.
Actually, that took way longer than
Did it?
just for the confetti to come.
When was the breakthrough? When did you kind of go, holy schmoly, we just won?
I don't even know. It still didn't happen, I think.
No?
All right. Well, we're still. I know it was yesterday after he lost.
Yeah.
I went and spoke to him, Justin and Swanee. He had a couple choice words for me. You would have can't believe what he said to me. I can't repeat it on air.
What do you mean?
He told me. No.
No.
Can you believe it, Alex? Can you
Chat.
believe he said that?
To your face?
To my face.
Eye to eye?
Yeah.
Man to man?
With Justin standing right next to me. I felt so
and Justin
emasculated.
didn't step in?
He just had to bow, Lord Hooksy.
Yeah, that's true. Like, why? I mean, no one is brave enough to question the Giga Chat.
That's true.
Oh, whatever, dude.
This is quick this time. Magisk and Dupree, they're not scared of their fast advance, despite Nert's last time being on this angle, and Magisk is going to be very diligent on his clears.
Look how much respect they have now. There's no like aggressive push from the CTs. ENCE are just playing like a very default round of Overpass here.
You just had to win 2 in a row to get that respect.
Precisely.
They definitely switched their gameplay towards B, having success 2 times on B, right? And here again, it looks like with the short control and 5 guys towards B already.
They just change rifles?
So he can spam.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, and then Madden spams. Interesting.
Oh, flash. They're going.
Yeah, Magisk got a freebie. Oh, no, he doesn't. Madden, the bodyguard. It's Dupree for the double. Can't close.
Really well done.
And just like that, handling. A full Vitality commit into B.
Not bad.
Yeah, the flashes right there. Snappy gets so much done from that jail position. Good job up on the grate right there, mowing them down as they come through the monster tunnel, able to pivot here. And look, imagine if that came seconds earlier as these two are dropping guns to each other. Like, imagine. You would be furious.
This round will be so key for the half as well, in terms of money for Vitality. Now they are throwing everything in there, right? Yeah. So if they don't win this one, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and move straight out of Spinx's playbook. And he'll just walk away with it. Very happy with it. You can see they're going into that default spread, looking for any nerds. Deep behind enemy lines. He's gone. Madden plays a very strong game here towards the monster position.
It's a nice one to get back there as well. Draw this into a 4-on-4 with still over 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. Curious to see what type of execute Vitality go for this time round. SunPayus has rotated over 3 on B. Bomb coming back on ZywOo. Looks like it will be another B finish here. And Nerds feels pretty comfy on A. He still has a smoke and a molly, so he can just jump spot and then use of those to bail himself out.
But it's going to be tough on B. They have no nades at all on B right now.
The trade game. Madden's just rotated away. This is a problem.
I think that flash just got them a little nervous, but SunPayus, he's holding his own, hits the first, and it's the ZywOo alone in a clutch, with time no less. Strap in, folks. See how far Mathieu Herbeau can go. Clearing corners, and dead.
Something in the last 2 rounds, Hooksy, I felt like Vitality had a lot of util when they were hitting these sites.
Yeah, I think they just want to go for the explosiveness, and that's basically it. Like, sometimes when you know that the opponent has a lot of nades, you expect them to use that advantage, right? But, for example, this round now that we go into now, ENCE will know, okay, it's a kind of a light buy, they would not have the same amount of nades, so now they will be more ready in the early stage of the round, right?
So prepared for the explode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of just, it's a trade-off. Like, do you want to kind of waste that advantage of having nades to get the surprise factor?
Well, Vitality tend to do that a lot, right? I think like Apex is one of those callers who are happy to do that. These contact plays that have nades and they walk up and they just like catch you with a weird timing.
Yeah.
You can see their setups change as well. Like this Nerds wanted to show early presence. Underpass, he's confirmed his Tech 9's there. He's actually fallen back into the site now. After confirmation of nothing kind of as a group. Early towards Banana, it's cooled off.
Oh, and look, they're not feeling too much pressure over towards B at all. And look at the call from Snappy. They've rotated so many of their pieces back to fortify A. Snappy's staying in heaven right now, but he can immediately just run up their stairs and be there. So this is a passive, like, it's a retake B setup essentially, hedging towards the A fight. And, well, with 2 smokes and a molly, there's not too many options available for Vitality. A smoke bank, smoke drop down, maybe do a lurk, smoke front sight instead. It's not great options.
Oh, very
That's a good
nice.
start.
Yeah,
SunPayus only died 2 times and Nerds only 1. What the hell?
They have not been feeling too threatened as this round seems to match that trend. ZywOo gets nothing done with the AK-47.
It's interesting. I'm just having a look here. In the rounds that have been won, as Magis, no more from you. Okay, that was a little bit naughty. Of the rounds that have been won, ENCE have not had to defuse any of those rounds, right? And the most amount of casualties they've taken in any round is only 2. So that's showing you in the rounds that they're winning. It's been pretty straightforward, right? They haven't had too many dramas there. And I imagine that lines up quite nicely with the opening frags. Let me take a little bit of a gander.
Yeah, I see where you're going for this.
Yeah, so pretty limited opening kills coming in for Vitality throughout. We've got a total of 4 over the course of this map so far. But I imagine in Overpass, it's hard as a T to find opening picks unless you're getting overextended on. Because the CTs have so many different ways to like jiggle for information, then fall back to a different line that suits them.
Yeah, I believe that I at least remember 2 of them being on Snappy, right? One when he was on the railing,
short, yes.
and then one where Spinks ran up and peeked behind the molly.
Yeah.
So I guess there's 2 ways to get it, but it's not easy on this map to get it early at least.
Speaking of peeking behind the molly, is that one of the changes in Counter-Strike 2 that you're happy with? Seeing the incandescence of the flame, you know, it's not a shader setting required
Not
anymore?
black smoke
That
anymore.
is definitely not a bad change. I like it a lot. I think in terms of visuals, with stuff like this, it's definitely good.
And when you booted her up, when you were running around last night, does it still feel like the game that you're paid to play? Does it still feel like Counter-Strike?
Yeah, for sure.
You're not like, what is this game? What am I playing?
It's definitely not. It's not as big of a change of when we, for example, went from 1.6 to go or from Source to go.
Right, it's more like
for now.
Yeah,
we are still in the beta. It's early days, so we don't know where it will go. But no, I'm generally positive about it. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Skeptical about some things, but positive overall.
As long as we don't talk about smokes, we're good.
All right.
That might be a conversation for not in the middle of a quarterfinal.
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's see what's going on here. Nerds has got the info off his jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how many other safe ways? You can think about a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
The fact that he could be that far away, sure, someone could hit an absolute crazy banger over one tap, or ZywOo could be there with an AWP, sure. But the likelihood very slim. Stockpiling these smokes, and Apex is still on -1, but we won't talk about it. No one talk about it. No one mention it.
I feel bad for the guy.
Oh,
that was round 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, or 3.
Or 3.
Because he picked up an MP9 and he killed his teammate along with it.
Yes, right, okay.
ZywOo now operating with a scout.
So this round should be over, right?
Yeah, because he
the
has
positions already.
Well, I thought you meant because ZywOo's scout.
No, I mean mostly because they pushed T-spawn and they have shotgun. They literally have everything.
They have
How are
the
you
whole
supposed to
map.
win?
Well, you could have Apex get 4 kills. There's one of them.
He's on the board.
Back to the 0.
Technically, he isn't.
Technically. He's going to lose ZywOo right in the back with the bomb. Okay, yeah. And SunPayus will hit the first. So, ENCE's defense definitely deserving some props here. They get themselves up to 10. They are locking it down. And I mean, Hooksy summarizing that round as having everything. As ZywOo, or excuse me, as Vitality had full 5v5, still no map control and no deception.
Yeah,
successful.
I'm looking at the ADR right now. Like, we already know this because we've discussed the lack of kills, right? When games like this happen, I love to like add them all together and then go by the amount of rounds and average out the total kills that they're getting per round. You look at the ADR here. The highest ADR on anybody is Spinks with 54. Right?
Yeah.
And you're 12 rounds deep into the game, going into round 13 now. You're back down to a hodgepodge buy of some pistols. Apex has got his signature in-game leader, Scout.
Yeah, SunPayus is basically equal to like 3 Vitality players right now, right?
Yeah.
In terms of ADR, so it's not easy, that's for sure.
dycha's kept up the good form from map number 1, and he's still popping off. Madden's still contributing here in a big way. Like, and NERTZ hasn't had an awful lot to do over towards A. They haven't tested him too much. They're not going to test him again. Another opening pick. Apex falls. Apex needs to get a kill in this half. Like, we know he has one technically. It just needs to not reach 0. Yeah. Yeah, I know when I said he was on the board, I guess now he's off the board, right? So there's no board right now.
I guess.
dupreeh trying to keep us from getting bored. It's a cracker.
Now, wouldn't this be the type of round to win?
Yeah, I mean, knowing Counter-Strike, it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility, but actually, no, that's talking about Counter-Strike. We're talking about ENCE right now, and not ones to give these over easy. Has to be taken by force. Flashbangs lined up. Let's see if dupreeh can play upon the fade.
He's going in with the only
Flash covered. SunPayus defends a very blind dycha. He's been chipped a little away, but still hits the spray. And one back. They can maybe plant. They know. Oh, that's a filthy shot to hit. Major's just trying to get across for a safe plant. Now ZywOo's working his magic.
I don't have too time for this.
Oh, he sees it. No, he doesn't. 9 seconds, dude. Gotta die.
Yeah, Spy's coming through this, 100%. Yep, there he is. Peekaboo, gonna take him down. ZywOo gone. 11 on the board for ENCE right now, and Hooksy set 4 rounds. If Vitality wanted to have this one in the bag, currently sitting at 2. They need to get the final 2 rounds here going into halftime. You know, don't know if they want to chant. We know they can turn it around, but
you know, when I said that Vitality is probably the favorite to win this map, I didn't expect SunPayus to drop his AWP to pick up an AK because they have so much money.
Yeah, that is a sign that things are going
how
very
much money
well.
they have.
And that's been flowing since the early game, right? We were keeping tabs of this since
round 3.
Yeah, they've just been running away with this.
Yep.
That's the beauty of having a start like they did on CT's side.
Look at this, 3 T-smokes out in the first 20 seconds of the round. 1 door, 1 A extinguished, 1 pipe extinguished into sewer.
So this is a fun development from when I played the map. We always used to only nade the jump spot for short.
Right.
But now people are starting to nade a bit further back because everyone is spamming the door through this wood thing. So that's a small little thing.
Yeah,
that changed for sure.
Well-placed nade, well-timed.
Damn.
Oh, significant damage dealt to 2.
M4's licking their chops. There's another B exploit with util again.
Yeah, see how far it gets him. Already, dupreeh takes the first engagement and not successful. However, Vitality, 2 frags in the feed. dycha's stubborn.
And one of them was Apex. He is actually on the board.
Yes, indeed. 1 not good enough. Needs to find some more. Apex and ZywOo.
Now it's your time.
Yeah, needs a good spray. Does deliver another. It's now up to 1. The Woo. SunPayus brought low.
Yeah.
And from behind NERTZ. Yeah, he must have seen him, did he? No. SunPayus trying to bait as NERTZ crawls through and dead. And so 4 becomes a pipe dream, and they're getting loud about that.
And you would now, because that's 12. It's likely a 12-3 half here, if not even better. It could be 13-2. You'd be getting, of course, loud about that, because before we were speaking about 11-4, 10-5, whatever, right? Okay, still a very winnable game. But as soon as you're now in the 12-3 or 13-2 driver's seat, you flick on over the T side, you win the pistol round. Let's close this one up. Let's shut shop. We're going to map number 3, baby.
Vertigo, by the way.
Ooh, okay.
I know some things on Vertigo.
All right.
Some things.
I learned some things yesterday, that's for sure.
Vitality have a 100% win rate, and I'm looking at the games. It was against OG and Greyhound recently at their group stage.
2 top-tier opponents. It's another Biga.
This time, Madden might not have a frag. I
Not
mean,
a full commit, though.
Just a look.
Around. Yeah.
Just a glance. Just a hello, who's home?
Anybody home? Oh, yeah. Plenty of you.
Ooh.
Wait.
Snubby is in an insane position.
Does very well to take down dupreeh, but unable to get anything more.
Are they just going to allow ZywOo to take some space on A here? Have a look. He's on his own over towards the party area right now. NERTZ is his nemesis, who's actually going to pass him here as he continues to trundle down long. So this will be some interesting timings that are going to open up. If Apex tries to come back, NERTZ might cut him off, but don't even worry about that. SunPayus has taken down Magisk in the meantime. And this one's going to get a bit fruity here. ZywOo about to find himself towards the precipice of the A site. Madden is rotating back, and well, we have the standoff in B in the meantime.
What was that smoke about?
I feel like that was a I don't know, a horrible way of trying to like fake that he smoked Monster and having an off.
Right.
I think.
Oh, it's led to dycha's death. Maybe Spinks can get them back in, but SunPayus is not missing a shot. 25-2.
But what is this?
If Apex goes up connected, he dies to nerds, they lose the bomb, the round's over. He has to go B. But right now, Apex is calling the round because Zai would be searching B otherwise.
Yeah, he sees Zai was there, but he doesn't know.
Pack it up. 13-2.
Yep. Nothing you can do now as Saivu. You have to like, start running and hoping for the best. But
yeah, what is he doing?
Well, can't just dance at this point, right? Get some confidence, bring it home in the second half somehow.
And it's even like the best play here is just not give him anything, make you feel helpless.
Yeah, I think this is the best play. Just throw the ball in the air, make some fireworks.
Show the world your frustrations right now, because you, on your map choice, are down in a massive hole. 13-2, the resurgence of ENCE on map number 2. We're going to a break, and we're coming back real quick. Don't go anywhere.
I'm a walking lick. Private jet for the trip. Private dance cause the whip. Something you don't wanna miss. Diamonds dance like a disco ball. Excuse my wrist, it like to show off. No condiments, too much sauce. This is regular, do this often. Doing 100 on the interstate. In the fold, doing figure eights. Fly to Paris for a dinner date. Buying cribs, no real estate. Louis Gucci, Fendi groupies. I'm in jacuzzis, making movies. This new Benz, my old hoopty. That's your girl, why she choose me? I don't blame her, I won't name her. She was friendly for a stranger. They gon' pay me for these favors. No small moves, it's all major. I'm a walking lick. Having nothing on my wrist. Paparazzi taking pics. Something you don't wanna miss. I'm a walking lick. Private jet for the trip. Private dance cause the whip. Something you don't wanna miss.
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit up Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Yeah, deal, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't start when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. I'm a visionist, yeah, you can't picture this, yeah. Ain't no way you cannot work me, boy, I live for this. Yeah, sipping essential, that's the essential, I'm influential. Yeah, straight fundamental, that's fundamental, on instrumentals. Yeah, speed of the tempo, yeah, we got potential. Shoot a movie like I'm Denzel, running my route to the end zone. And they still can find me, man, you know where to find me. I'm tryna get me a Grammy so I can dedicate it to my granny. Look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit up Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Deal, be my source, Christian.
Making magic when they need it most.
13. Unlucky for some, but I would hazard a guess not for ENCE, as they find themselves up with a mammoth lead on Vitality's pick. Sure, Vitality, you can win Nuke, but can you win Overpass? I'm not so sure. Neither is Hooksy and Chatty B. Sponge joining us to break it all down, and Vertigo is waiting. It could be quite quickly heading over to that third map. It's up to Vitality's defense, and here comes the caster cliche. Actually, Hooksy, would you mind telling them the pistol's important? I don't want to do it anymore.
It is going to be really important.
Thank you.
I was just looking at the number of SunPayus ADR.
Yeah.
Literally
Wow.
150 or something like that. Like, what?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and I think his KD as well of like 8.3, pretty good too.
Not bad.
25 and 3, the
So,
Spaniard.
do we have to do the fun thing of calculating if he has more kills than Vitality combined?
You're better at maths than I am. Can you do the numbers
12,
quick?
17, 19, 26, almost.
Oh,
You
that
can
was
finish the
quick.
game that way here if they finish this one in a 16-2 fashion here. Just 3 more rounds to get there. An interesting pistol opening. They had Dupree aggressive, looking for info. He's dropped back to site now. It's a 4-man B lean from Vitality with Magisk in the heavens and Apex ants in his pants, of course, starting to have a little bit of a glance. The flashes from Magisk here, I don't know what they're going to assist with now. He's about to be smoked off.
Yeah, and Apex does get the info. And it's Zywoo that gets a bullet straight between the eyes. It comes too easy and straight up the tunnel.
Oh, I feel like that setup was mainly for a rush or a faster play, but when it was so slow, it's basically a team flash, and it's all just falling apart. Just 2 to find Dupree and Magisk here, and both of them out of the play. Oof. This is a quick game. This is a very quick game of Counter-Strike right here.
Is it safe to assume, Hooksy, that losing a stomp like this, it always hurts, but losing one on your map pick when you took your opponent's map pick, does that start getting in your head? Like, well, we thought this was our best chance, and now we're getting reamed out.
Well, that depends on what map you pick, because like a map like Overpass is so favored towards the CTs, so sometimes it just goes this way, you know, like where nothing just works and it's tough already, and then let's say they picked a map like Inferno that is more equal, then it would hurt really bad to get stumped like this, but...
Right. And we saw how this game started, right? You know, like the way in which the bonus round was converted and the fact that they didn't have any deaths in the first like 5 rounds meant that it was an uphill struggle.
Yeah, also, obviously, it depends on how you feel about the fit map.
Yes.
If that's like kind of up in the air and you don't feel so good on it, it feels even worse. But if you feel like that could be like another map that you could have picked,
you can hype your boys up and say, hey, we got Virgo still. Right.
I hate this decision Vitality had to make, right? Either way, I hated it. It was eco and then try and run it back to 15-15 from being down 15-2, or force by now on the CT side of Overpass, and you don't even have a scout.
Yeah.
You don't even have a scout.
They could have had a scout. But...
True. They opted to not have a scout.
Yeah.
Get a scout, please. Just
Especially
one.
on this map.
You get any tags. It make everyone's life infinitely easier.
Those deagles just start aiming for the belly buttons.
Oh, this is a play.
Actually.
Oh, Apex is in a good position right now. If he
needs at
keeps
least
going,
one.
imagine if he keeps going. But
Wait.
still, it's fine.
It works.
If he keeps pushing the bombs down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. But that would be too much to ask.
But this will force them into B most likely because they've lost all the A territory. We're at 50 seconds. It's unlikely they try and take that back. This next fight is a big one, and Dupree's going to convert. The next action is on Madden here, who's trying to find this gap back towards A. And he has found a big hole here.
Also, SunPayus is still alive. That's like 3 players right now.
And he has that Aegis. And Spinks, what a shot onto Madden there. That's the chance done and dusted. It might just be a save for these final 2.
Sheesh.
Please tell me we have a replay from his point of view, because that looked so insane. Like, how is he ready?
Ooh, let's see if they can get a clean one. That would make a big difference. All those rifles. Can scoop them up. A nice AK-47. Licking their chops for that one, as SunPayus is anticipating a push from Dupree. He's not going to give it to them just yet.
Yeah, and even just keeping the armor on the CT side is really nice here into the next round for the buy. So keeping all 5 alive, you definitely see the rifles come out now. On the other side of things, they're going to force buy back, obviously. I don't think ENCE should take a save with a saved AK and a MAC-10. You may as well purchase behind it with loss bonus only being 1,400. But the fact that Apex just gets across, we saw that snappy timing. Wow, a split second earlier, he catches both of them. Wow.
That was a sick shot.
And yeah, I mean, you know, Vitality have overcome.
Come on now.
No, we talked about the pistol being really important, but
okay.
it's actually sometimes better to win the second round, right? Because the loss bonus after the pistol is even worse. So you
Sure.
could make an argument it's actually better, but
I'm down. I'm
Like-
down.
But this is where it's shaky, right? This round is infinitely. This round is as important as the previous. If they win this one now, then ENCE are going to have to take an eco.
you could
And
make
that-
an argument that every round is important when you have 14
True.
versus 3. So
That is
yeah.
very true indeed. They're walking on thin ice right now, Vitality.
Crawling, definitely. On that thin ice. And they are preparing a little. Spinks and Zywoo getting themselves set up. Dupree's calling it very quiet towards Monster right now. Like, I think you'd expect to see a rotate quite quickly, but yeah, they've called it clear
Now,
now.
here
It's too
Apex's
late.
steps.
He's on his
Use
way.
everything you have to delay right now so you can get more people up on A.
Yeah. The Cloud9 smoke would have been nice. And ooh, Spinks
Double
gets
up. 2
on the long side. ENCE are going to be forced right back to spawn. A nice one from Snappy and a second for good measure. But there's the close. Quad kill out of Spinks. Got to start heating up into this one.
So ENCE actually have to work for this one a little bit at least.
Yeah.
It could have been over if they just didn't lose that second round, but for some reason you just always do. When you're up this big, you just can't close it out easily.
It was Nafany. We had him on the couches, and we were asking like, "What happened to Mirage? Because you had like an 11-4 T side."
2.5 lead.
And he was like, "Yeah, because 11 rounds is too much." And we were like, "Why?" He was like, "Well, you know, people start already thinking they've won.
Okay, all right.
There's just something in the psychology. You need that. You know, like you don't get your homework done until the deadline.
Yeah, Nafany's a funny lad.
Needs the pressure.
Yeah, I like him. We're bowling buddies now.
Yeah.
Bowling buddies.
He called me the best in the world on your podcast,
Yeah,
or
that-
like on the HLTV
Yeah,
podcast.
about
I
you
like
in
the
game
guy.
leading, Yeah. we played your bowling video today.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was played between map 1 and map 2 of the Cloud9 series.
It was received well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro bowler.
It was fun as well.
You got the strike between your legs, mate.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Not bad.
We when we went across, I was like, okay, so you're gonna go bowling with G2 and Cloud9. I was like, okay. I thought it was just part of the lobby content that I've
Right.
been doing, and that no, it's its own thing. I was like, okay, I have Rush with me and I have Harry with me. Let's now turn ourselves into caricatures of ourselves and play some characters.
Yeah.
And have a whole bit of fun with it.
Tell me someone said, "Hey Nico, let's go bowling." Anyone
I think
do that?
was at the start of the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it
Oh.
played like a little audio bite.
Good.
But like Nico won the individual thing. We had there was a clown that was doing balloons inside the bowling alley that we had make a crown and give. I ran down the road and bought these Maltese plates that are souvenirs, and they were what we were playing for.
Well, you have to have a prize.
Yeah. I hope Hooksy kept his.
I think I actually gave it to Cloud9 because they don't have so many trophies.
Oh, that's kind of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, generous man.
Sweet.
Also because they had 3 players on our team and we only had me and Justin, so...
Yeah.
Majority rules.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Get to see a little bit of a standoff between Spinks and dycha in towards the underpass. And it's all solved by a bottle of flame.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's considering it, isn't he? Already in prime position to spring into action. Youch.
Looks like they're taking a page out of Vitality's strat book here with the short pop or something, right?
Yeah, looks
Lining
like
up
it.
for it.
More than enough util for it.
Here we go.
Go down. Dupree, 1 into Nerds, a second from the Dane. Delivers when they need him most. Spinks again finds himself a multi-kill, and it puts Madden so blind, just staring at his screen, squinting as Apex comes on in for the close.
I can tell you there's tenacity there. I'd take an ear cup off and listen to that situation. Like Apex, even with that final kill call and the flashes, the intensity there, the nice, there was a bit of a roar, it was a bit visceral. So now that they're starting to work up in similar fashion as ENCE did with the economy, this is where it gets a little bit dicey. It's still very early. ENCE have a lot of cracks, but games can get out of control really quickly. Right? Like they
Definitely.
have now a partial buy with Tech9s, and I like this because they can keep the pressure on, but they need to get a few more kills. Right? You need to be getting them down in these like real scrimmy 2v2 scenarios. Bring them into the mud.
Yeah, drag him down there with you. Nice bit of control. Snappy always happy to see no resistance for their take.
Already looks like a re-hit on B again with the bomb. And people going towards short again. But basically, 3 players on B and a fast rotate already. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, feels like Groundhog Day for Dupree. Does he get the double again? Not sure. brought low.
Well, that's more than enough, isn't it?
We have the exact same situation again with 5 alive again now. The money is just getting out of control. I know it doesn't mean as much now because ENCE have 14. So, but basically for the rest of the half, Vitality will have money. Or for the rest of the game.
For however long it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They
So
are
long
not
as
going to lack anything. They will have an AWP always, full utility, and in the meantime, ENCE, in my opinion, bought too much this round. Like,
Okay.
They are going to have, they have between 1200 and 700, and usually you leave around 15, 1700 around that. So
Definitely won't be a SunPayus AWP here. What's that about? Like, I feel like having the AWP is, you can post the AWP up on the T side in the default, and you can have one whole area of the map, like long, for example. I know it's not used an awful lot, but if the AWP goes out there and he can get control and he's looking for the jump spots, or you parking up in bathrooms, like, doesn't that limit the amount of movements the CTs can go for?
Yeah, I guess. Like it all depends on what you have planned for the round as well. Like if you want to go straight into a B hit like they did before,
You don't need
the
it.
AWP is only good for the after plan, right?
True. That's actually really...
Wait,
Yeah, they
he
didn't kill him.
saved?
They actually avoided
That's
him.
smart.
Yeah.
That was
Okay,
really
playing the
cheeky.
financial game on both sides of the server here, right? They're playing for themselves and against ENCE here. So that right there is one where dycha is going to be, I guess, very upset with that because it can only buy in with a smoke and a molly now behind the Tech 9 with armor.
There's some believers over on the fan cams. You can join them, and you can talk to them as well. Usually quite nice
Is that
people.
Zywoo's brother?
Oh, that would be a
No,
really
can someone
good
let me
cam.
know? Is that Zywoo's brother in the bottom? I don't even... Zywoo does have a brother, right?
Yeah, we watched the Gucci
Yeah,
Gaming.
but because
Gucci Gang, Gucci
Zywoo, when he used to play at home, when they were in the online area, you remember the amount of times there was that brick wall next to that?
Yes,
It
that
was
was him.
exposed brick, and that was exposed brick right there.
Okay. I was about to call you
Oh?
Dr. Seuss. He doesn't solve mysteries.
No, but he can rhyme.
No. Okay. Sherlock.
Apparently, all of north of France is like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was just told in my headset.
That's
So
it.
it could be anybody from France who's a Vitality fan. I think there's a few of them out there.
Yeah, they love an exposed brick in northern France. That's what
Okay.
I've been saying.
Fair enough.
Let's
Look at
go.
the run boost.
dycha gets into the
Ooh.
Tech 9 as a
that on
product of not
purpose?
dying.
I think so. Look
That's
premeditated.
insane. Look how quick he gets. Set
Ah,
up.
not quick enough, though.
Not quick enough. And watch dycha get the kill onto Zywoo and feel much better about dying after time.
This guy doesn't get caught off guard. That's just not a thing Zywoo does. Like
It's not part of
he
his
is ready for everything.
vocabulary.
He's staying around, though. He obviously has Spinks and Apex both over towards A with him. Spinks is actually doubled up here, so a bit of a buddy-buddy system right now as ENCE are in a...
With the I guess he can hold
I don't mind
multi-craft.
it.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is a good setup.
Especially if you're Zywoo.
Yeah.
And you're going to hit multiple shots from this position.
And
This is very
SunPayus and Madden
turtled.
might walk across, you know? We'll see.
Well, the only time this gets really awkward is if the rifle gets contact first and he dies, because then you're kind of... Well, it's fine when you hit the shots. But if he didn't, then Zywoo would be in an awkward position, I would say. So
Yeah.
But
Now
it's tough.
I'm very intrigued. Like, Spinks knows he can go walkabouts. And SunPayus is heading back towards that bomb. We might have a
he has
collision
everything.
course here. Is he going to be considering it? Very much so. Snappy trying to take space. Magic is unawares, but adjusts
Wow,
quickly.
he had no idea.
Oh, Spinks, yeah, he comes to life for that one, but SunPayus puts him straight back to the grave. Zywoo, still on that shelf, delivers the frag.
It's a new take on Elf on the Shelf.
The woo on the shelf.
Doesn't sound as catchy.
No, it
We
doesn't.
might need Dr. Zeus for that one. Right, here we go. Now we're cooking. 14-8, just a 6-round game. And I know that sounds crazy, but in this spree of rounds here, we are talking a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills. 5 kills in the total of the 6-round spread that Vitality have gotten. ENCE not putting up a fight. This is the same conversation.
I wouldn't play it the way they play.
Wow, this time Zywoo doesn't have any help, but he's gone there anyway. Yeah, changed his mind.
I like this call, though, from Vitality. I like the way Yanko pointed this out to us. It's like, you can't be strong everywhere, and well, what are you most likely to be susceptible to early with a lighter buy? A B-rush, right? Just straight through monster with some pops or up short, something bit through connected quick. But they are just going to take their time and spread out here, ENCE.
Maybe as a product of that similar conclusion. No point going early. There'll be 4 people there. We have to show something somewhere else. And about the time that they arrive toilets is the same time Spinks arrives on A. Zywo, you say he doesn't get caught out, Hooksy, but there is a small world where... Never mind. dycha down, running him down, still hits every shot, and he's alive.
Told you.
Yeah, all right. You win this one.
SunPayus 27 kills. Where did he end the half?
Oh, it was 20-something.
Yeah,
25
right. Oh, it was
when I
25
made
because you add them
the
all
calculation.
up. Yeah. So we only got 2 kills this half. That's one of the things as well. This is what I don't really like about CS ever, because back in the day, when you would swap sides, your score would reset.
Yeah.
So you would know where you were having impact, right? Like these days, obviously, your score is just accumulative over the entire match. But right now, we're going to have to manually keep track of how many kills these players are getting in the second half because it's so bolstered by the first half performance.
But then again, back in the day, you got kills for planting the bomb. So...
Shut up, Hooksy. How do you think I was at the top of the scoreboard ever?
Well, because I was the same guy. I was actually a frag on Source.
Yeah,
I was really good at Source.
Think about it. Back then, mate, everybody wanted to plant the bomb. Back then,
Yeah.
nobody was leaving the bomb in spawn.
True. Yeah, we're definitely rewarded for it.
You were not leaving the bomb, and you were not complaining when you had to plant the bomb.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if Simple
Somebody
would
from
be...
my team is complaining a lot about that. You know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
Now we see a bit more of an intense timeout. ENCE have called it.
Are we camping right now?
Intense. Nice.
All right, if I tell you to bring this back and 2-0 this, I'm going to give it the sauce. Just
Well,
going to get the sauce,
mate,
the beans, the ravioli, the spaghetti.
If
None
over
of that
the
in
course
Italy.
of bloody... Nice reference. If, oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, if Vitality over the course of... When was this one? The 12th of March. So over the course of 11 days, they get 2...
Mental comeback.
Mental. 14-1 and 13-2 comebacks. That would be crazy.
Start calling the comeback kids.
Yeah. I mean, they did it on Anubis against FaZe. Can you do it on Overpass against ENCE?
One way here from Nerds.
They also gave one away, right? Against Liquid on Overpass.
That's true.
So...
Shame, monsieur. So still, it's 2-1.
Oh, this is
If
scary.
they get this one. Oh, nice. Nerds nearly
that was
gets
so
both.
close.
He got the bullets on him.
But Snappy's going to try now as well. Maybe it is enough here. He's opened an avenue, opened a gap, peppered away Snappy now.
But that's the kind of place you need, right? If you're struggling on the T side, your star players to step up and go in, do a play like that, get 2 kills, then it gets
convert.
a whole lot easier as an ideal, I can tell you.
But even though we only got 1, this feels like the first time we found ourselves in this situation in the second half of play, where we're now in a 4v4 with heaps of time left on the clock. So how are Vitality going to maneuver around here? dupreeh and Apex on B, Zywo floating across here.
Yeah, it seems
It's
like
another B hit, though.
they're going for an info play short.
I don't love it.
No, because it leads to a potential disastrous situation where you don't
I hate it.
see any of them cross.
But what do you do when you don't have a smoke on B side left?
Retake?
Yeah, but do you really want to retake B with that little amount of utility? I feel like,
Oh, wow. I mean, it's a big frag from Apex, but they really need to hope dupreeh does not get Molotov'd out of position.
some
know he's
good
there.
flashes as well.
Mollied,
Ooh.
burnt to 20. Bomb can go down. Apex, the hard duel, dycha wins it out, finds him.
Look at this Madden push. This is huge.
Really tucked in. They're not going to be ready to clear that.
That
dycha's
was
just
a shot and a half.
on the woo. And so 15 might be ENCE's first gun round here on the T side, their second T round. I say, as Spinks delivers one, knows he's got another one in his sight. Snappy's there, and that Madden position will not convert. Does track him on the drop down.
Ahead of him, though.
dupreeh, can you clutch? The answer is yes, he can! Okay, a sigh of relief from Dan Madisclair, because Vitality have once again bested ENCE. 8 in a row, lads.
That right there, it feels like the first touch and go round we've had in a very, very long time.
That's kind of heartbreaking, honestly, that they don't win that situation. With the guy pushed up into kind of CT and...
That was Madden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the kill, like, dropping down on Spinks with the spam
That
through.
got kind of sketchy already.
But you bang on, it wasn't planted for him, so it becomes so awkward. It's like, well, if he sits to defuse, I'd lose. If I don't try and peek and take the fight, it's over regardless. So he had to take that fight. He didn't really have too many choices.
Yeah, but from dupreeh's perspective, when you're so low and you know it's not planted for him, you know, his flowchart is also really kooky. Like, what is the best play there? What, you know, am I holding it and hoping he's expecting something? I don't know.
That double from Spinks is massive. The fact he even gets delivered the second is crazy, right? Because the player who's tucked up over in Graffiti, ABC, whatever you want to call it, or you feel like he can see that heaven walkout. So if that player was in the cubby, I don't know. Are they exposed if they get on the railing? If Spinks jumped on the... but then he'd be
No,
open
I
to
don't
Madden.
think so. I don't think so.
I guess
he could have been hiding, but then again, that's easy to say in hindsight, right?
Yeah, true.
But I think that Madden, when he watches this round again, he will be mad. dupreeh had 22 HP, and dupreeh got the kill by killing him in the body, like hitting him in the body. So it was not even an insta headshot or anything. That will feel
time,
bad.
you could argue, yeah.
Yeah. Now that was also the last timeout for ENCE. So if this doesn't go well, you don't have a lot of time to think.
No.
And maybe you will have to use, you know, an eco round as the, I don't know, existence timeout or whatever you want to call it. I guess that was the guy who did it first, right?
You're good at this, bro. You're really good at it. I mean, you know, if the in-game meter ever stops working out for you, you've got definitely got a career ahead of you. Oh,
CS2 commentator?
Yeah, maybe CS3.
Yeah, get some years in you, mate. dupreeh should have a kill here.
Should.
Blind down. Great stuff from dupreeh. Really activating here. Up to 16 kills now.
You see, Nico, even though you know the position of your enemy, you can still get a flash.
Ah, this was to do with the boost on Inferno.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though you know.
You want to guarantee the round, especially when the score is 14-10.
It's not everybody that can just swing and insta-headshot everyone. We need a bit of time sometimes.
Some of us need some help.
Yeah. It's okay to ask for help.
It is. Life lessons with Hoogsy. And ZywOo, not going to be caught out. I'm going to stop assuming it's possible.
Yeah.
That's my fault. That is my fault.
You know, back in the days when SK was winning everything and Fallen was really good?
Yeah.
It was the exact same feeling I had. Fallen could not get caught off guard.
And if he did, he'd still hit 2. You know?
Yeah, of course.
This might get dicey here.
It is.
Spinks and ZywOo both being peppered. This kill from SunPayus would be huge.
He saw the flash.
Oh, 2 in the feed.
That's the 2 big dogs.
Yeah, this gets awkward. Oh, and another from dycha. They will get the bomb down. Can Magus do anything with dupreeh? It's the ex-Astralis duo. Partners in crime trying to stop 15. And it's damn, SunPayus gets away with 1.
And he doesn't have a smoke.
Snappy's got 9. They're so low.
He's got time, though.
Come on, Magus.
Not that much time.
Snappy, the first, very clean on that, but he's got 2 more from toilet side. Okay, I thought he got it, the X-ray toggle.
Playing with us.
Yeah, no time for this one. They've got it. 15 to be locked on in. It's the frag onto Magus to confirm it, and that feels good. Breaking your silence. It feels like a long old time since that pistol round. That was the last time we saw ENCE with a win.
Yeah, dupreeh is definitely not the guy to blame for this round because obviously the whole round started by them losing all the control on A.
Yeah.
But he's going to be mad when he watches that. Like 1 HP left on SunPayus and he kind of had the kill.
Yeah, I think he gets that kill. It's still going to be a hard retake. They were low, right? But then it isolates the fact you no longer have to worry about long. Like, it takes away a couple of options there. But as well, it was really interesting to see both ZywOo and Spinks both get peppered without any response. You could see they were so boxed in. They had nowhere they could move.
Oh, so this is a smart little thing. Like, I think when I played Overpass, at least nobody dropped the molly for the guy in underground. But here, dycha got the molly dropped, so it kind of looks like an underground default with this, the 2 mollies in underground, right? That's maybe a little tell. I don't know if people are used to this or not. I don't play the map.
Look at Nerds. That is a lovely opener.
That's
and
the game
dupreeh
right
probably kicking himself.
What a nerd.
A T already crossing into it.
Oh,
now he's gotten away.
Too.
Okay. Actually, ZywOo's managed to punish.
ZywOo's been pretty quiet this map, though. Only 11 kills. If he activates now and helps him get across the line, this would be the round to do it in. Last round got, well, I don't want to say caught off guard, but he definitely died without a frag. Once the smoke deployed here, Madden is going to risk this, just walking through with the flash. Here they come.
Flashes are in. Snappy's the first and is put to bed by ZywOo. Doesn't pull the trigger. He should have the help of Magus, but may not be necessary. With just SunPayus and dycha, they get peppered a little through the boards, but the 2 of them having a go. Oh, Magus nearly had them both in the single spray.
Remember, damage isn't huge, but they have started, considering only 1 more round, right? If you can save this AK, you give yourself something to work with in the next. It's not going to be max loss bonus, only the 2,900. Spinks is actually coming up the ladder, flying here for this chase.
So how many B-pumps did we see so far?
5 or 6?
5? Something like that?
Yeah.
And everything was through short. And every single time, a guy from this headshot position, ramp or whatever you want to call it, got 2 or 3 kills.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea in mind at home about like doing a B-pop, figure out how to counter that position because that's the one.
Yeah, we saw dupreeh do it twice, like a double or 1. I think
they were doing it a lot on the NCT side as well.
Vitality had a a molly for it in their pistol. So maybe that would be something you should throw on your B-pop, because that position just seems to ruin everything always.
Let's see if they can get it done here.
AK in play. Madden trying to be the hero.
It does feel nice for one regard for ENCE is the fact that to close this game, you practically have max loss bonus the entire time. So you always have something. Very infrequent, you're going to see them needing a Glock eco, right? So they're always going to be somewhat threatening. And I like the fact they're going back to knock on the door of A. This is where they found the success for their 15th. They're going to try again, and this time a little bit pacier and with more numbers.
Yeah, also the fact you said on B, you typically start. Oh, no, here we go.
Oh, no.
He got caught off guard.
He did, and it's
happened.
Already dangerous.
They have the orb.
And now you can give the orb to a guy who has 30 kills.
And do you think Spinks is ready for nerds at this late in the round?
He could be, but it doesn't look like it.
Nerds has done it.
Oh! Spinks will just get it across the line. And a second for good measure. Can Madden double up? He does! Both fall. And ENCE can feel it. They can practically taste it. Vertigo is only one click away. Magisk left. Too many. Too many.
It's not planted for them, really. It's planted Tuck. He can maybe do something?
They'll double peek. They'll panic a little. Oh,
okay.
Never mind. There it is. We're off to a third. This quarterfinal's really heating up. ENCE respond in kind, and both teams trade each other's map picks. It does leave us to go to the distance. Vertigo required, and we'll be right back and breaking it down.